Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're driving into the town of Spanish Town. As you know, Spanish Town is the oldest town in Jamaica, and it was the capital of Jamaica before the English took over Jamaica, when the Spanish ruled Jamaica. Or I don't know if rule is the correct word. When the Spanish were in charge of Jamaica, Spanish Town was the capital. Okay, so I'm going to show you one of the historic sites in Spanish Town, and Spanish Town has a lot of them. But we're going to look at the cast iron bridge, and this is the oldest cast iron bridge in Jamaica and in the Caribbean. And also this could be the oldest, I think this is the oldest cast iron bridge outside of England. Okay, it's one of those historic sites. As you can see, the bridge is still being used, however it's only being used for pedestrian traffic, not. So this is the bridge. Cars can't drive on it anymore, but when this bridge was built, cars weren't even around. As you can see, very historic site. There were plans on the way to restore it, but as you can see, I don't think that has started. So in Jamaica now, when you have a historic site like this, it's how you say, controlled, or it's the National Heritage Trust is in charge of it. So they are supposed to maintain it, make sure it's being preserved, those kind of things. But this bridge is so historical, I guess you could say, that UNESCO, that's the United Nations something, international organization, UNESCO, has also deemed this bridge a UNESCO heritage site. So it's supposed to help to restore the bridge, but as you can see, it's still standing. So this bridge could easily be over 400 years old, maybe even 500. And it's still standing. People still walk across it. Cars can't drive on it, but... So that's just one of the historic sites in Spanish Town. So after the Spanish conquered Jamaica, that's probably a better word, they ruled Jamaica for a couple of years, and Spanish Town was the capital of Jamaica at that time. And then the English conquered Jamaica and ran out the Spanish. So for about 400 years, Jamaica was ruled by England. And then the capital was changed or moved from Spanish Town. So just to give you an idea of how historic this town is. Okay, if we go straight, that's Burke Road. On the left is the Spanish Town Hospital, but there's way too much traffic, not sure why, so we're going to go right and continue our tour of the historic sites in Spanish Town. So just to give you a quick history, Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica in like 1494, somewhere around that time. The British took it over from the Spanish in 1655 or around that time. So for 200 years, Spanish controlled Jamaica, and then for another 400 years, the English controlled Jamaica. So it was like a colony. So they would put in some infrastructure, but basically whatever gains were made went back to either Spain or England. So now a church was built. We're coming up to an Anglican church in Spanish Town, and this is the oldest church in Jamaica. So it's called the Anglican Church. There you can see parts of it on the left. It's the Cathedral of St. Diego de la Vega. This was built hundreds of years ago. This is the oldest church in Jamaica. So it's another historic site. And this church still operates to this day. They still have services, and there's a school beside it. I'm going to go back around so you can get a better view. Of course, this church is under the National Heritage Trust site. It's a National Heritage Trust site. There you can get a better view. There you go. Okay, so we looked at the cast iron bridge, which is the oldest cast iron bridge in Jamaica and in the Western Hemisphere. That's the oldest church in Jamaica, and also the oldest bridge in Jamaica is Flat Bridge, which is also, it's not in Spanish Town, but it's on the outskirts. If you left Spanish Town and you're heading to the north coast, so it was directly associated with Spanish Town. And the Flat Bridge, that's the bridge in the Bogwalk Gorge, that's the oldest bridge in Jamaica. But nothing compared to the cast iron bridge. I mean, Flat Bridge is literally a flat bridge going over the Rio Cobra. The cast iron bridge is a metal bridge. Alright, so now we're going to go back. We're continuing our tour to historic sites of Spanish Town, and we're going to look at basically what was directly the old capital now, where you had all the government buildings, everything. Okay, so these buildings once were where all the government offices operated from during the time of either the Spanish or the English. There you can see the left. So this is where the courthouse would be. Everything to do with running Jamaica at the time was done from this block here. Today most of them are buildings or like museums or those kind of things. Alright, so these are the historic buildings. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Have a good day.